Hello everyone, so I gotta tell you guys about a potential eBay scam. And also a bad seller, basically. So this seller's name on eBay is mmc-italia. At the time, maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, I ordered these cars. They had 180 orders going on. So I asked these guys, I was interested in a bunch of models, this Bentley here, and a bunch of others. And basically they quoted me here in writing $4 for each additional item. So I paid the full shipping on the first item, no problem, and I told them, combine the orders, but they didn't combine the orders, so they shipped out the Bentley first, but that's not my fault. I mean, I don't know why they ignored my messages, but anyways, uh, they basically were too lazy to create a new listing of the 6 items I wanted. So they expected me to pay full shipping cost on 6 different items. But because I got this in writing, I thought I would be safe. So I went ahead and I paid shipping, 6 different times because these guys were too lazy to make a new listing, which other resellers will do on eBay. So I don't understand these guys. Anyways, so they basically shipped it in 2 different shipments and they only refunded me like $32 when I was supposed to get, or more like $62 refunded. So all this is in writing, and I did get my money. Well, here's the problem I have to warn you guys about. Because they already went and refunded me a certain amount of money, eBay wouldn't help me. They said, you've been helped already. So I went to PayPal, and PayPal also just closed the case because they refunded me a certain amount. So this is the scam that's possible. You can essentially, as long as you get the money up front, and refund only a little bit, both of these electronic companies don't really care to help you, right? So I had to actually call up PayPal and explain this in a little more depth and detail. And they were nice enough to give me all the money that was supposed to be given back to me because I got this in writing right here. That's the most important thing right there. But if someone's going to scam you for just a few dollars, most people wouldn't go through this amount of effort. I was shorted like 27 bucks. So I went through that effort because $27 is a nice model, right? So I just want to give you a heads up. On eBay, never prepay shipping amounts and expect to get the refund. Unless maybe they actually, well, I'm not going to try to do that anymore. I have done it in the past and the sellers were honest and gave me my money back. In fact, when I sell stuff, I refund people that as well. But anyways, just throwing it out there, so sorry to waste you 3 minutes. So today let's talk about this guy. This is the one I got from the seller. And I guess later on there'll be 5 other reviews to talk about. And anyways, this is made by Minichamps. 1/64 scale is the Bentley Brooklands. So let me get a ruler here and open this up. But Bentley Brooklands 2006. Now the internet's telling me this wasn't actually available. The very first Brooklands I think was in 1993, but the Brooklands version 2 was actually available between 2008 and 2011, and they're supposed to make like 550 of them. So I think maybe Minichamps made this in 2006 and Bentley was supposed to actually sell them back then, but maybe there's some delays at Bentley or something like that. Okay. So I don't think this brand does 1/64 scale cars anymore, which is a shame because I think they're a pretty good brand. I have some experience at the larger scales and smaller scales, 187s, and they're nice. Alright, so cardboard box here. So this car is supposed to be a version of the Bentley Azure convertible it's based off of. This is a very loose cover, so be careful of opening this thing. Alright, seems to be limited to 5,000 pieces or something like that. This was powered by the most powerful V8 in Bentley's history, I guess, as far as torque. It has 1,050 Newton meters of torque. Or for you Western folk, it'd be 774 pound-feet of torque. So that's a lot. Okay. But the car was so heavy weighing 2650 kilograms or 5843 pounds, that this thing would only do 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. I mean, this basically weighs 2 to 3 times as much as other cars, so. Alright, look at that, the wheels are looking good there. It's hard to focus on a white car, but, well, there we go. Sorry. Let's see, what else? It's supposed to go 183 miles per hour. Alright, so, yeah, sorry, it's really hard to focus somewhere in between a model and a photograph. Both get a little blurry, but alright, well, hopefully that comparison helped you guys. I don't know. If it didn't, I apologize. Alright, looking at this thing, it's not metallic, I don't think. No, it's just regular white. And then the wheels, let's start there. Very nice. You know, I only wish there was some black paint wash in here to really bring out the details, but it's not bad. Now, it's going to be hard to try to focus on this middle emblem being a chrome wheel, but yeah, it looks like there's a B there, right? So that's good. Yeah, back here as well. It's generally centered, so that's nice. There's some printed on black graphics there for that vent. And that vent area seems to be raised, I think. You can see an outline of it. This bump here has silver on it. Bump, silver, so that stuff looks good. And it looks like this little chrome molding is raised as well, so it's easier to paint, you know, when it's raised up, and that's why I think it looks nice. There's some chrome here. It's a really shiny chrome. It's like that vacuum metallized chrome on this window, and then a little black there. An actual reflector sticker, I mean, you can literally see the chrome reflecting in it, so that's pretty good. It's a separate mirror, so that's very good as well. Under this magnification, tiny contaminant in the paint. Let me back out, this model's so big. Okay, hopefully that's just a speck of junk. Yeah, alright, good. Now these headlights are really nice, because there's a chrome, again, a really shiny chrome. It's not silver paint, it's chrome. And then it's a clear lens. So very good. Nice texture here. I feel like that might be plastic. Very good detail. This is plastic, chromed as well. Oh, I didn't even see this in the box. This is an actual Bentley logo. Wow, so I gotta be careful, and maybe I shouldn't have taken it off the stand. If I drop this, is that metal? Whoa. It's actually got parted wings. So that is really nice. That is the best, I don't know, you can't really call it an emblem, right? It's a sculpture. So that's really nice. I mean, that's like a two-part metal photo-etched badge. Wow. But unfortunately, now I can see that's a pretty bad amount of paint rash there. So that's too bad. Okay. So, I just gotta be careful about that. So I'm gonna hold it like this here. Raised, painted black. The black out of the window looks pretty good. On this side, no difference really. Where's the fuel filler? Must be maybe behind the license plate. Alright, in the back here we have nice plastic lenses, again with the really shiny chrome application for the trim. Just silver trim here around the license plate area. Unfortunately, there's no actual license plate. You know, it'd be nice to have a fake one or saying Bentley or something. How good does this look now, this Bentley badge here? Ah, boy, I don't know. Okay, it's focused now. Let's see if I can keep it as I zoom in. Alright, so that looks pretty good. You can see the B, you can see the wing, details. Alright, wow. Well, no. I was going to say wow, but... Or I did say wow, but maybe I shouldn't have. It's nice that this is oval, and it's nice that it's black, but I kind of feel like there's too much black, you know? It would have been nice if this thing actually had a depression in it, because it's such a large exhaust tip. building this. But it is nice, you know, to see the exhaust, the back half of it seems to be a separate piece. Or is it? I don't know. I mean, there's a brake right here. There's two brakes, so there's some sort of separation there. And it's interesting that this is all silver here, but once you get to here, they're literally chrome exhaust tips. I mean, look at the reflection in it, right? It's running slicks, which might be a little weird, but it doesn't bother me too much because I find a lot of times the tread blocks from the side make them look like trucks. So I think I'd rather have it as a slick than have big tread blocks. It's nice to say that it says the scale, the car, and the brand, just no copyright date. Don't know how old this is. Good detail otherwise, all the suspension and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's pressed fit together, so if there's any problems, you're going to have to drill it apart. So now we get to the interior, and unfortunately it's black, so I'm going to need the flashlight to see a little better. Oh, look at this. Hold on. I'll try to focus on the interior. Now try to zoom in a little bit. Alright, look at this. I mean, you got the brown for the wood in the middle consoles, front and back, and then the silver details on top of it. So that's really fantastic. In particular, I'm impressed with the back one. You know, they could definitely want to have the front one, but they could have skipped the back, and they didn't. The seats have textures and some grooves for the, you know, cushions. Now the challenge is try to angle this. Okay, come on. So there's instruments in there, and they're pretty good. I'm not sure if I can actually read numbers though. Maybe you can on your YouTube. My camera screen's too small to really tell. So that's really nice. I mean, it's a really nice graphic. I have to imagine it's a decal because it's so shiny and wrinkly. Let's try this side. Avoiding that Bentley badge on the hood. Really would be depressed if I broke that off. Alright, so now I gotta try to get the light through the window, which I seem to be failing at. Okay, so look at all those details. The clocks, all these random vent details. So very nice. You know, that's unexpected, but it's nice to see. So that's another reason I wish that Minichamps came back and made models in this scale, because I'm sure they would advance and make possibly the best models if they kept at it. Alright. Well, I don't really see much else to talk about. The trunk as well has a lot of paint rash, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't know if this thing came in other colors. If it did, hopefully it'd be a metallic one and it would stand a better chance of resisting all this paint rash going on. Alright, no need to dwell on that paint rash any further. Let me get one of these spinning things out and we'll compare it to a couple other Bentleys. Alright, so I have the Azure that's put out by Kyosho. This is the second generation Azure, so I have to assume it's, yeah, they must be sharing the same chassis. The grill looks similar, the lights look similar, and particularly the tail lights look similar. And then the door cutouts also look similar, so this must be the same platform. So both quite large vehicles. And then I think both of these are dating back or related to the Bentley Arnage. So this next one is also by Kyosho. This is the Arnage T, which I think was available between 2002 and 2009. But this is a four-door. But I think the main takeaway here is the wheelbases are all the same. So the actual floor is shared, I think. Okay, so I guess that's it for the comparisons. Let's let this guy spin on its own, back in front of its white photograph. Alright, sorry, I don't know why sometimes these things spin. Oh, the solar thing isn't actually facing forward. I originally had this side thing, covered up, but it actually lost a lot of the light, so the solar spinners wouldn't spin as fast, so I actually have to show this silver part of the photo booth to actually get these things to work properly. Oh, yeah, sometimes you guys ask about this. Right there. Alright, well, it's really unfortunate about the paint rash, and also the fact that it's such a, the white color, they're forced to put on a lot of paint, so the panel gaps are almost vanishing because there's so much white paint covering up the casting. So if you're able to find one in a metallic, you definitely want to go with that. But even so, this is a really great model. That interior blows me away, and then it's got, but the most impressive is obviously that Bentley badge on the front. I have never seen a photo etched metal, two pieces of photo etched metal, and then spread apart like that. So it's really nice. I don't know if there are any other Bentley models for me to collect. I actually have all the Kyosho ones, and now this. So if anyone knows of anyone else making a premium Bentley that's not by Kyosho, please let me know, because I definitely want to get it. So if that doesn't happen, well, that's the end of this lineup of videos, so I apologize for that, but I'll get some other cars. Alright, and then maybe this will reappear in a comparison. Alright, see ya guys.